Good evening, everyone. This is Michelle here, and today I'll be doing a short teaching session on algebra. Some of the questions taken from this set of past year exam papers is with regards to secondary 1 syllabus, and some will be with regards to secondary 2 syllabus. Yeah, so let's take a look at what they are. So the first question talks about grouping the about groups of the following expressions. Okay, and we are asked to group them into their like terms. So what is meant by like terms? Like terms means that the terms have to be similar. Like for example, if you were to look at the first term, it's an x term. So what other x terms are there? So together with this 2x, another x term would be negative 3x. Okay, so you see an x here as well, right? And what's another term that has got an x in there? We have 0.5x. Yeah. So these three terms are like terms. Answer 2x, 0.5x, and negative 3x. Now, for the next one, we have another term, which is an x squared term. So this one not just has an x, but it has a square next to it. So this is an x squared term. Are there any other terms with an x squared? So you realize that this one has got an x squared. Okay, this is actually 3x squared. And any more x squared terms? There's one more over here at the bottom. So the last term, 0.4x squared. Let's put them down. So we have 3x squared, x squared, as well as 0.4x squared. Lastly, let's look at the like terms of xy. So we have negative 0.2xy. We have xy itself. Just take note that there is no number before xy. And usually when there is nothing there, it's not that it's 0, but it's actually 1. Okay, the coefficient of xy is actually 1. So this means 1xy. And another term that is xy is this. But you might ask, how come it's yx, not xy? Is there a typo error? Actually, no. When you have xy together, it's actually the same as yx. You can switch the letters around and they are actually the same. So the last three like terms will be negative 0.2 xy, xy itself, and 3yx. Okay, so that's for the first question. Moving on. Question 12. Here they ask you to express the following into algebraic expressions. So the first question, you come across, this is the key, right? Add. Add means it associates with plus. Add 3x to 5y. So answer would be 3x plus 5y. Next one. The keyword again, subtract. Subtract means minus. Minus 0.2y from 10x. Now, which would come first? Is it the 0.2y or the 10x? Well, when we have the word subtract, we must always take the reference from what comes after the word from. So we have the word from here. What comes after the word from? 10x. So 10x is our starting point, and we take away 0.2y from it. Now the next one, typo error, multiply k to fg. So multiply means it's times. So when we have k times fg, basically we put the letters together, and it would be best if we put it in alphabetical order. So it will be fgk. fgk. All right, and the last one, divide the sum of x and 2y by 3. So we have two different descriptions here. One is division, one is addition. So what we need to do first is actually to find the sum of x and 2y. So the sum of x and 2y is actually x plus 2y. Okay, so when we divide x plus 2y by 3, means that we take the number 3, divide by x plus 2y. Oh, pardon me, it's the other way around. Divide this by 3. So x plus 2y divide by 3. Yeah, this would be the answer. Now, following that, we have question 13 here. Okay, it asks to simplify the following algebraic expressions. So you realize that they are both like terms. There is an x behind it. So 2x plus 5.5x, what we need to do is basically to add the coefficients together. The coefficients refer to the numbers that appear before the letters. So 2 plus 5.5x, that will give you 7.5x. Okay, next question. For B, to simplify, you put the like terms together. So we have all the x terms together. 3x plus 2x plus 4y plus 5y. Okay, so if you can see, all the x terms go together, all the y terms go together, and then we combine. We combine the first two terms. 3x plus 2x gives you 5x. 4y plus 5y gives you 9y. Okay, this is the final answer. We cannot combine 5x and 9y because they are unlike terms. You know, when you have something that is x, cannot add to something that has y. Okay, x is like cats, y is like dogs. So 5 cats and 9 dogs. They are different types of animals. We cannot put them together, okay, into one big group. Yeah, so answer 5x plus 9y. Okay, let's move on to the next question. This question C has got brackets here. And when there are brackets, what we need to do is to remove the brackets by expansion. Okay, so how do we go about expanding? Now, when we have a coefficient, rather a number outside the bracket, we multiply the number into each of the terms within the bracket. So for the first one, it will be 2 multiplied by x. That would give us 2x minus 6y. Okay, then next we multiply positive 2 into each of the terms within the second bracket. And we get plus 2x plus 3y. Now you realize that this part of the question, the answer looks something like the previous question, right? Yes. Yeah, 4 terms. So now to move on, we rearrange the terms and we put the like terms together. So we have 2x plus 2x minus 6y plus 3y. Okay, like terms, like terms. Okay, so answer 2x plus 2x, that will give us 4x. Negative 6y plus 3y, that will give us negative 3y. So answer is 4x minus 3y. Next. Again, it's another question that has got brackets here. So let's do the same. Let's expand the brackets. So we have 3 outside the first bracket. We multiply it in. So we end up with 9x, take away 12y. Next, we have minus 2 outside the second bracket. We're going to multiply minus 2 with each of the terms in the second bracket. So minus 2 times 2x will give you minus 4x. Minus 2 times y will give you minus 2y. Okay, moving on, we arrange the like terms and put them together. So 9x minus 4x minus 12y minus 2y. And combine this into one answer, 5x minus 12y minus 2y, combine it into minus 14y. So this is our answer. Okay, let's move on to the next question. Karen is 3 times older than Carol. the sum of their total age is 60 years old. So if Carol is X years old, we want to find Karen's age. Okay, so the important word here is 3 times older. So if it's 3 times older and Carol is X, 3 times means times 3, right? Yeah, 3 times means times 3. So Karen's age would be 3 multiplied by X. And that gives us 3X. So age 3X years old. Next one, write down an equation to represent their total age. Do not solve the equation. So in total, we have Karen's age plus Carol's age. So that gives us 3X plus X. And that gives us the total age of 60. Okay, so this is the equation. 3X plus X equals to 60. Okay, and solving the equation in B, find Karen's age. Okay, so let's move on to solving it. 3X plus X gives us 4 times of X. And from there, to find X will be 60 divided by 4. And that gives us 15. Now, what's Karen's age? Karen's age is actually 3 times that of Carol. Carol is X years old. So this 15 is actually Carol's age. So Karen's age would be 3 times older. So 3 multiplied by 15. Karen is 45 years old. Next, simplify the following. Okay, and here you see similar, we see terms that are alike. Okay, so I see an AB term and a BA term. And remember, I was telling you, AB term is the same as a BA term because the letters can be written either way. And the other two would be the A terms. Yeah. So let's combine the first 2 terms. So we have 3AB plus 4BA. So that's 7, 3 plus 4. And negative 2A plus 5A, that gives us positive 3A. So this is the answer. Next one, you realize again that there are like terms that we can combine. So we have the X terms and we have the Y terms. So let's put them side by side. We have 1/3 X minus X plus 2 out of 5Y minus Y. Okay, so 1/3 X minus X. It's like 1/3 take away 1. So that gives us negative 2/3. In case you find that you struggle with working out the answer, you can press in your calculator the coefficients of X. So you could press in the calculator these numbers. So we have 1/3 take away 1, and straight away the coefficient, the answer of the coefficient would be out. And for the next part, we have 2/5 Y minus Y. You can press this in the calculator as well. 2/5 take away 1. Okay, and the 1 is the coefficient of Y. And that gives you negative 3/5. So this is the answer. Okay, let's take a look at C. So this is a question where there are brackets. And when there are brackets, we need to multiply the number outside the bracket to each of the terms inside. So from the first bracket, we have 2x plus 4. And from the second bracket, we have 3x minus 3. Moving on, those terms that are the same, we put them together. So we have 2x plus 3x plus 4 minus 3. Combine this, we have 5x. Combine this, we have plus 1. So answer 5x plus 1. Next question. We have two fractions and we want to add them together. However, the denominators are different. So what we need to do is to find common denominator. So let's take a look at 3 and 2. What is the common multiple of 3 and 2? So if we're to list out the 3 times table, we have 3, 6, 9, 12, right? So on and so forth. Times table of 2, we have 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12. Okay, what's common over here? Not sure whether you noticed. 6 is a common multiple. So we have to find a way to make our denominator 6. So denominator now is 3, and to make it 6, we multiply it by 2. So 2x out of 3, when you times 2 on both sides, you'll end up with 4 out of 6. Now what about this second fraction? Second fraction, to make the denominator 6, we multiply both sides by 3. So when we take x minus 5 multiplied by 3 over 6, we end up as 3x minus 15 over 6. Okay, so now we want to subtract. So instead of 2x out of 3, I'm going to put down 4x out of 6. And I will be putting down x minus 5 over 2 in the form of 3x minus 15 over 6. Okay, so with the denominators being the same, we can combine. So we have 4x, take away whatever we have here. So what happens when we remove the bracket? When there's a minus sign outside and when we remove the bracket, all the terms will change from positive to negative, from negative to positive. So it will be take away 3x plus 15 over 6. Okay. So this will be our answer. Okay, so this will be the last question that I will be doing for tonight. We have again two fractions to be added. First fraction has denominator 3 and the second fraction has denominator 6. So you will ask, hey, how can I make the denominator 3 become denominator 6? So what we do is we multiply the first fraction by 2. Okay, because 3 times 2 will give you 6, right? Yeah, so that would be twice of 5x. So twice of 5x will be 10x. Twice of 4. Twice of 2, sorry. And 3 times 2, 6 plus x plus 7 over 6. Okay, now with the denominators being the same, we can combine both fractions into one. Okay, are there terms that can be further combined? So you realize, okay, we have a 10x and we have an x, so that gives us 11x. We have minus 4 and 7, so that gives us positive 3 out of 6. Okay, so this would be the answer. All right, so I hope that this short session has been useful to you. Stay tuned for the next installment.